I've always been a big fan of the 46 Bear defense, and this week in the X&O's film room I wanted to take a look at 4 blitz setups from this particular defense that you can get pressure from the right end. Before I get into showing those blitz setups, I want to go ahead and take a look at the defense itself and kind of give you a little bit of a basic breakdown of it, and just hopefully it'll give you guys some insight. If you guys haven't had a chance, you might want to go ahead and check out the whole text breakdowns. There's a lot more detail about this particular defense and what it's all about. So let's just go ahead and take a look at it, at least on the screen here. And as you look at it, with this particular defense, you're going to wind up having 8 guys in the box. So you're going to have these 8 defenders as you look at your screen here. And for that reason, this makes this a nice run defense to go ahead and defend the run. Now, I know in this year's game, running the ball is very effective, and everybody's trying to find a defense that's going to stop it. And for me, this is one of the defenses that I run. Now, I can't always tell you that it's going to go ahead and destroy the run game, but for me, I will kind of give you guys a little bit of a feedback of when I run this defense, and then we'll get back into the breakdown. As far as the run defense, one of the things I do is I take control of the free safety, and what I do is I just kind of look and see where they're going to run the ball. For example, here I'm in control of them, and then I'm looking to see where this running back's going to go. So, for example, say this running back was to go ahead and run to the outside in this area here, then I'll just go ahead and flow with him with my defender, and I'll just flow with him and go ahead and make the tackle. If he was to go ahead and run to the inside out of the 46 Bear, and then I would just go ahead and kind of try to plug up the middle as if I'm the running back. I look to go into the gap. For example, say I'm in control of the free safety here, and what I would do is I would go into this gap here and try to go ahead and make the tackle. So a lot of times I control the free safety run. I run the 46 Bear, and I'm just looking to go ahead and hit the gaps and to go ahead and blow up the run myself. And that's how I defend the run in this year's game. I know some guys had some questions about what I do, and this is one of the defenses that I would do that with. Now let's go ahead and continue on with the defense itself. And for you guys who are not familiar with the 46 Bear, it's a defense that was ran by Buddy Ryan of the Chicago Bears. He was the defensive coordinator. In 1985, the Bears won the Super Bowl. This is one of the reasons they had won it, was because their defense was so strong, and he ran the 46 defense. And I wanted to go ahead and go through some more of this as far as why I like it. And as I mentioned, this defense has 8 defenders in the box, and you can see right here, these are the defensive linemen right here, as you can see highlighted. And you can see that as you look at it, the right end, he's going to be shifted to the outside of the right tackle, and this is going to allow him in the video breakdowns that I'm about to show, or at least the blitz setups I'm going to show this week, allow him to get the pressure off the quarterback. Also, the strong side defensive tackle, might want to call him the nose tackle since he's lined up over the center. This particular defense, because of that, it allows him to control that area, and you need to have a strong side defensive tackle or somebody who can control the center, allowing him to go ahead and penetrate and get pressure, or at least try to force the run. As far as the running plays go, he can get in there and try to blow up some of the run plays. So that's kind of the idea of that. Now, as far as with this, I've already talked about the right end. Now, the strong safety, Doug Plank used to play the strong safety position. He was a real hard-hitting type defender that a lot of times would be in position to make tackles, and he's right there if you were to think about the 46 defense back when the Bears ran it, and there he could be that same type of guy if you have one like that. So he's lined up right there. And then you have the 2 linebackers, the 2 outside linebackers, in this case the left out and the right outside linebacker. They're lined up on the right side on the same side of the field. So it's one of the very few defenses, as a matter of fact, it's one of the only defenses that I know of where the right outside linebacker lines up next to the left outside linebacker. And then the middle linebacker, he's lined up about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage across from the right tackle. And then finally we have the free safety here. He's lined up there playing the deep coverage there. Kind of like to have a free safety who has some speed, who can kind of cover the whole area of the field, because if they're going to throw deep, he's going to have to either go to this side, he may have to go to this side, he may have to go up here. You really need to have a free safety who can do some things, and as I mentioned already, that I like to use him as a run defender. So you might want to find somebody who has a really high tackle rating who can get in here and make tackles, or even a hit stick rating who can get in there and make some tackles. And then finally on the outside, we have these 2 guys, which happens to be the 2 cornerbacks. Generally with these guys, if you run press coverage, as you guys know, that you need to have some fast cornerbacks who can get back quick enough, who can cover these receivers, who also have high press ratings. So if you're going to run this defense, you call a lot of press type coverages, man-to-man, bump and run, man-to-man type stuff. Look for corners to have some speed and also can jam the receivers. So that's really it in a nutshell with this particular defense as far as what I wanted to go over. Hopefully you guys will get some nice stuff out of this week. This is something I really want to do, is start trying to do some of these formation breakdowns or formation video breakdowns, and this is just the first one I've done. And hopefully this is something I'll continue to do in the film room. So Don't forget, guys, to keep checking this stuff out. I hope that you guys enjoy this. I'm trying to do my best and trying to give you guys some value for your money, because I know you guys, pay some money for this, and I know it's not that expensive, but the fact that you even paid for it and you're supporting the site helps me out and allows me to keep doing this type of stuff. So if you guys enjoy this stuff, make sure you guys let your friends know who are playing the game that I'm doing this type of stuff still, and I'm just trying to break this stuff down and give you guys the X's and O's of the game rather than the cheats and the glitches that I see a lot of other sites are doing now, and that's just not my style. I rather try to show some X's and O's, and then I might show a little shady stuff, but for the most part I try to stick to the X's and O's. So that's why we call this the X and O's football or X and O's film room. So at any rate, that's it. That's all I got for this week, and hopefully you guys enjoy the breakdowns.